Hi, Dr. Anita. Hello, my beautiful sister. How are you? We don't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm just looking for some things while you guys are doing this thing. I'm doing wonderful.
Okay.
How's everybody?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good.
Professor Karudin, what's the
Yes.
time? Midnight,
Sorry.
1 o'clock.
Hmm?
What's the time
It's
in
12. It's 12
midnight?
midnight in
Yeah, it's
Kuala Lumpur.
midnight. Okay. Wow. Dr. Professor Rishikesh is coming.
There you are, Dr. Diya.
Dr. Dia, Dr. Dia is so beautiful.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello,
hello.
Dr. Diya.
Hi.
Hello, Dr. Diya.
Hello, respected ma'am. Good day, warm greetings from Pakistan. This is Dr. Diya Choudhary, President of Global Peace Protection Campaign and founder of United Humanitarians Organization. Happy World Mental Health Day to everyone, most respected and outstanding personalities from all over the globe. Today, we are here to celebrate Mental Health Day and create awareness about importance of mental health. Health is a fundamental human right. Only a healthy brain can contribute towards progression and evolution of mankind. Let's talk together and work together for betterment of mental health. Before I start the conference, I want to request all of the respected keynote speakers to wind up their speeches in only 3 to 4 minutes. Now we will start our conference by inviting our first keynote speaker, respected Dr. Nada Retkovic from Croatia. She is international speaker and country director. She is such a wonderful lady, and she is very close to my heart because she is doing a great work for the humanity and peace under platform of UHO. Welcome, a strong and beautiful lady. Stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, respected Dr. Dia. Thanks to all our great friends, change makers here today on this very important day on the World Mental Health Day. So this year, it is a universal topic with a universal human right. And we have this opportunity to be together and to continue our Protect Global campaign because we started, we will continue, and we will do a lot of new actions, what is very important for our society, for us, and for all. So the World Mental Health is always an opportunity to us to check what is happening to our health. We need to be sure that we can make safe social connections like a priority. We need to be very active. We need to sleep. We need to make so many practice. We need to eat healthy every morning. We need when we get up, we need to take a deep breath because and thanks God that we get up this morning. So raising this awareness for us and working for United Humanitarian Organization, that is our mission. So I want today say that human right is we need to believe in ourselves and love ourselves. Every stress, every depression, every anxiety is coming from that because we don't respect ourselves. So how can we love somebody else if we don't love ourselves? So let us learn to love ourselves. That is important. So why it is difficult to love ourselves? Today, I already started this campaign with my students because I want to motivate them. Uh, we already make some actions before tomorrow. They try first with the posters, and I am always trying to find a new motivation way for them. Today, our motivation is to love yourself. So loving yourself always provide you the self-confidence, self-worth, and it is you need to feel more positive. So when we look ourselves in the mirror, we must see different things, different flows. We need to remember that our past experiences, our feelings to love ourselves. So to less you love yourself. So self-love isn't always easy. We really know that. I want to say that all around me, I have so many friends who are working as me 24 hours on the day. So my strong message to all who works on this way and who don't take care about his wealth, and especially because that is influencing the bad mental health. All difficulties and problems are not obstacles on our way of life. Behind every difficulty, adversity, and challenge lies a new opportunity and a possibility. So let us think on this way. Let us think that our powers, our prayer will bring peace to our heart, to your heart, will clarify our mind, and will give a power of love and give the love of our Supreme Lord of the world. So he will bring the light into our life. We need to pray. We need to act. We need to do that. So everybody or those who believe in God and in the next world and do God deeds, they should not be afraid, they should not be grieved. So today, on this mental health day, I want to give this strong message. Take care about yourself. Take care about your friend. Take care about your family. Because how can you be happy if someone behind you is not happy? And if you see that he is struggling, that he has so many problems, that he is under stress and depression. So our minds are our rights. Let us help everybody. Let us give these rights to everybody to be happy. I want to stop here. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Dia, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, my beautiful lady, for your time, support, and amazing and motivational speech. Thank you so very much. Our
Thank
next
you.
keynote speaker, most welcome. Our next keynote speaker, Dr. Sanosh from India. She is international motivational speaker and amazing and beautiful lady. Welcome, dear. Ground is yours.
Thank you, Professor Diya. Thank you for inviting me, and I think it's always my pleasure to be here with all the great eminent speakers over here today evening. And what a wonderful theme. I think mental health is a universal human rights. No doubt, our wonderful speaker just now, Professor Nada, has started really with a great kickstart on this special theme. I would be highlighting here when we talk about mental health, as she was addressing about self love, I'm going to just highlight why everyone, whoever and wherever they are, has a right to the highest attainable standards of mental health. Now, this includes the right to be protected from mental health risk, the right to available, accessible, acceptable, and good quality care, and the right to liberty, independence, and inclusion in the community. These are a couple of things which we have to integrate when it comes to the mental health. Now let's understand, why is this mental health concept so important to us? Because it affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. And it also helps us to determine how we handle our stress levels, relate to others, and make healthy choices. So mental health is important, I believe, at every stage of life, right from childhood and adolescence through your adulthood. Now, I want to just ask and probably let you know this definition, or in fact, the right relationship between human rights and mental health. Now, the relationship between mental health and human rights has at least minimum three parts to compare on. Number one, human rights violations such as torture and displacement negativity affects mental health. Secondly, mental health practices, programs, and laws such as coercive treatment practices can impact human rights. And what affect our this entire core mental health? For example, the factors could potential result in a period of poor mental health like childhood abuse, trauma, or neglect, social isolation, or loneliness, or experiences discrimination and stigma, and including racism. So these are a couple of areas where you will find most of the time our mental health gets affected. Now, let me just let you know what is the first rule of mental health. The first rule of mental health is learn to distinguish who deserves an explanation and who deserves absolutely nothing. This is the first rule of your mental health. You need not to keep talking to someone who barely understands anything what you speak, but then there are personalities who fairly understands without even you speak what you are going through. This is practical implementation of this first rule of mental health. Now, let me take you through what are the 8 elements we need to have a kind of balanced approach in terms of our mental health. Wellness comprises of 8 mutually codependent dimensions. Number one, emotional, physical, occupational, social, spiritual, intellectual, environmental, and the most important is financial. If any one of these dimensions is neglected over time, it will adversely affect one's health, well being, and ultimately the quality of life. Finally, I want to just close my this entire talk by giving you a kind of quick 5 step method to improve your mental health process. Step number one, connect. Step number two, get active. Number three, take notice. Number four, learn and improvise yourself at all the levels. And finally, give in the form of gratitude to everyone, because nothing is bigger and better than the form of gratitude. If you can be really thankful to whatever you have presently in your dimension, I think you are leading the best mental health practices in overall. On that note, thank you so much, everyone, for giving me a chance and inviting on this wonderful platform. Love, light, and abundance to all of you.
Thank you so much, respected doctor, for your time and great speech. Thank you so much for your time and great speech. Our next keynote speaker, respected Professor Khairuddin from Malaysia. Welcome, respected. Stage is yours.
Thank you, respected Dr. Diya Choudhary. I'd like to start off by wishing everyone Global Mental Health Day. All right. I want to start off by just sharing with you some things that I Google. Okay. In the 2nd of March last year, 2022, the World Health Organization sent out a wake-up call to all countries to step up mental health services and support. Because in the first year of COVID-19 pandemic, global prevalence of anxiety and depression has increased by a massive 25%. Okay, that was according to that scientific brief by the World Health Organization. And another thing that I wanted to share is that data also suggests that people are more likely to develop mental illnesses or disorders in the months following infection, including symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorders. And economic recession and social isolation, which is the pandemic, okay, are known to increase the rate of depression, anxiety, substance abuse disorders, and suicides. Okay, now let me, share. It was around now, it is gone. So let me, okay. Can you hear me?
We hear you, Professor Khairuddin. What you need?
Okay, all right. Sorry. Because I have about 200 slides here to share. No, I'm just kidding. Just a few slides, 3-4 slides. Now, our minds, our rights, and overview of global mental health, all right? Now, in today's interconnected world, mental health is receiving increased attention and recognition as a fundamental human right. Now, the theme of Our Minds, Our Rights emphasizes the importance of addressing global mental health concerns and promoting mental well-being across all nations. All right. This overview, which I am going to share with you, will explore the current state of mental health on a global scale, the challenges faced, and the initiatives undertaken to protect and empower individuals in their mental health journey. Now, understanding global mental health, which refers to the state of mental health worldwide, okay, encompassing both individual experiences and broader societal factors, okay? Mental illness affects people of all ages, genders, socio-economic statuses, and cultural backgrounds, making it a universal concern. Now, what are the challenges in global mental health? There are 5. Quickly, stigma and discrimination. Stigma surrounding mental health remains a significant barrier to seeking help and receiving appropriate care. The stigma often leads to discrimination and marginalization of individuals with mental health conditions. Okay. Number 2, inadequate resources. Many countries face challenges in providing adequate mental health resources, including limited healthcare professionals, insufficient funding, and inadequate infrastructure. Number 3, accessibility gap. Accessibility to mental health services is a pressing issue, particularly in low-income countries and marginalized communities, where barriers like distance, cultural beliefs, poverty limits access to care. 4, global migrant crisis. Forced displacement, conflict, and migration have exposed millions of individuals to traumatic events, increasing the prevalence of mental health conditions among migrants. Addressing the mental health needs become crucial for a holistic approach to their well-being. And number 5, the 5th challenge, mental health development. Mental health significantly affects an individual's quality of life, productivity, and overall development. Neglecting mental health can impede social, economic, and educational progress at both individual and societal levels, right? The next slide, the last slide. What are the initiatives and the solutions? Number 1, mental health awareness campaigns. Some of you have already mentioned, okay? Promoting mental health literacy, raising awareness, challenging stigmatization attitudes through targeted campaigns can help combat, which is what we're doing now, help combat stigma and facilitate early intervention. Number 2, integration into primary healthcare. Integrating mental health service into primary healthcare settings ensures accessibility and increase the likelihood of early detection and intervention. Number 3, international collaboration and partnership. Collaborative effort between governments, international organizations, and NGOs can foster knowledge exchange, resource sharing, blah, 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 and capacity building initiatives to improve mental health services on a global scale. And number 4, empowering individuals and communities. Empowering individuals to actively participate in decision-making regarding their mental health, fostering peer support networks, and promoting community resilience and can enhance mental well-being. And number 5, policy and legislation. Government should prioritize mental health in policy agendas, enact legislation to protect mental health rights, and allocate adequate resources to mental health services. And my final slide is the theme, Our Minds, Our Rights, recognizes the importance of prioritizing mental health as a fundamental human right worldwide, which is why we are where we are today, okay? Human rights. By addressing the challenges in global mental health, promoting awareness, and implementing effective initiatives, we can work towards a world where everyone has the opportunity to enjoy optimal mental well-being, free from discrimination and stigma. That's it. I'm done. Back to you, Dr. Diya Choudhary. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, respected Professor Khairuddin. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, respected Professor. Good luck for your upcoming projects. Our next keynote speaker, Dr. Anita from USA. She is wonderful, amazing, and outstanding personality. Welcome, respected Dr. Anita. Ground is yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Diya. So good to be here, and it's my honor to be sharing this space with all of you. Absolutely. You know, mental health, we all have a fundamental right to enjoy, experience, and live with good mental health. Now, to experience the wholeness of mental health, we have to consider wellness and well-being, because without considering both, we do not have good mental health. Now, also with mental health and understanding our 30 universal human rights, it is also a part of self-recovery. And how that's a part of self-recovery is by understanding our 30 basic human rights. Now, in the articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, there are two or three that specifically addresses mental health. One is number 22, and that's Social Security, health, and wellness and well-being. Then we have number 24, which is rest and leisure. These are directly addresses mental health. Now, also, like what the sisters were saying, mental health comprises of emotional, psychological, physiological, and physical well-being. Now, in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, indirectly these are addressed, because in all of the 30, when one is violated, then all of them are violated, and we experience imbalance of mental health. Now, just for instance, emotional, number 14, where it says the asylum, once we know our human rights, our articles, then that also is self-recovery, because in the asylum, when we are looking for shelter, no matter where we are, and we are given that shelter, if we're not given it, we are our number 14, our violation, our human rights is being violated. The number 8, which is the remedy, we have a right to be protected from peer pressure, societal peer pressure. Psychological, sister mentioned number 5, torture. That's bullying and intimate partner domestic violence. Once we understand that we have these rights and know of them, that is a really large part of self-recovery. Physiological, number 9, arbitrarily detention. That's part of intimate partner domestic violence, domestic abuse. And then physical, number 4, slavery, human trafficking. Once we know our rights here, then we are more empowered. It is not something that is arbitrary, or is it not consistent with the basic human rights we have, simply because we are human. So my message here is, as a human rights consultant, is once we understand and get to know all of our 30 basic human rights, then mentally, our mental health, we are at a balance with our wellness and well-being, we are empowered, and then we also begin to respect and self-esteem and love ourselves more, because knowledge is power. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, respected Dr. Anita, for your time and great speech. Thank you once again. Our next keynote speaker, Dr. Professor Mr. Rishikesh Kumar from India. Welcome, respected. Ground is yours.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Diya, for organizing such a beautiful conference. I think I was listening you all. Regionally, you all are expert and dynamic, and I know all my friend Dr. Sonis ma'am, Professor Nada, Anita ma'am, and Professor, right, sir? So thank you so much. I'll start with some data. Reason being, without data, it's very difficult to say something, right? So I'd love to share the data. 1 in 8 people globally are living with mental health conditions. One data according to the WHO, more than 7 lakh people die because of suicide every year, right? What is the purpose of this conference? As per my understanding, what I found, we should understand the purpose of this conference. What is the purpose? Purpose is to understand what is the mental health, what we can do, what is the tips the person who is suffering from that kind of disease, right? It may be suicidal attempts is doing or is doing. It may be mental disorder. It may be depression. It may be anxiety. What I feel, again, we're from same community, we're from teaching background. We do all these kind of activities on a regular interval, right? Let's example, if my student